Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. It is Wednesday, March the 3rd, and yesterday was a complete washout. I mean, it literally rained all day, all into the night. Just a terrible day to be working. But anyway, today you see what we got? Blue skies, perfect weather, and we're gonna have a productive day today, I promise you. So one of the things, we're going to be filling this truck up with water so I can have it ready to go, so when I go spray the wheat in the Toggleville, it will be ready. And PA, Mark, James, and Josh, they're bringing home all 3 tractors that were at Blackwell's Bend. Too wet. We're just going to bring them home, change implements, get them hooked up to some different stuff where we think land is going to be dry in the next couple days, and we'll have them ready to go. Then I'm going to hook up to the Unverferth nutrient liquid applicator, which you will find out what that is. One of my favorite tools on the farm. I'll be hooking it up, and I'll be kind of going through it with PA. He's never run it before, and he is going to be the man to run it. So, got a lot to do today. It's going to be productive, I promise you. So stick with us and come along and see what we can get done. I forgot that we had a meeting scheduled this morning, so we are out of it. So now we'll get started with the day. But this draper header right here, this is in the way. I've got to move it out of the way because that Unverferth Nutrimax applicator is right here behind it. And that is what we'll be getting out today, and hooking up to the tractor and going through it and getting it ready. And it is got the Y drops on here, which I'll go over and explain what those are if you don't know, and tell you why I chose to use them and what little things I've done to them to make them work right on our farm. So right now I got to pull this out of the way, this header, and I'll just use my truck to do it. And I will not attempt to back it with my truck back in here because it's got the rear wheels that turn to, so it's got an all-wheel steer trailer, and it is so hard to do with the pickup truck. So I won't embarrass myself. I will just do that with the tractor later. So let's get this moved out of the way. Hopefully by then PA and them will be at the shop. We'll help them unhook all their tractors from the implements, and then we'll get to 8285 over here, get it hooked up, and get it to the shop. Alright, got PA in the background. One thing I've got to do, which I forgot, is we've got to put a clevis on that tongue of the tractor. Just took it off too. Have any traffic trouble?
No, not really. Selma was not too bad. We about took out the traffic light at Highland Avenue, but I swear the disc is taller than it. He just missed it by 2 feet. It's the wrong way.
Alright, PA is going to wash it off real quick, knock the old dust off of it, and then after lunch we'll get on it, start going through the liquid part of the system and make sure everything is working properly. So, sun's out, weather is beautiful today, great day to be farming. Just got through eating lunch, now we're about to pull the tractor. PA washed it off like I said he was doing earlier. We're about to pull it out there, fill it up with water and start going through it, but I want to show you this. This is what used to be on that rig. It came with this attachment that has a coulter on it, which is this blade right here, and that just bolted on the frame. You'll see what I'm talking about in a minute. But anyway, just imagine this on there, bolted onto the frame of the toolbar. And what it did is the fertilizer came down through this tube and it would shoot out right here out of that little tube right there, and it would shoot right behind this coulter. And the theory was the coulter would make a little trench about that wide, and that fertilizer would shoot dead down into that trench and kind of go down into the soil like that. So this is what I had on it before. That's what it came with, and ran it for 2 years, and it was okay. A lot of things I didn't like about it, and then I started doing a little investigating, looking on the internet and stuff, and I was hearing about 360 Y drops. So started looking at them on the internet. Anyway, I jumped out there last 2 winters ago, whatever, and 2019, December of 2019, I ordered the Y drops, and so in 2020 I ran them the Y drops on this system, which I have on there now, which you will see in a second. But anyway, really love them. That's the best thing I've ever done, is to get those Y drops, and I'll tell you all about it in a second. But I just want to give you a comparison. This is what I had, and now I'm about to show you what I got now. got it hooked up and everything. Put some water in it. I'm talking about the sprayer. And finally got the pump to turn on. And boy, we got all kind of problems. It is not ready to run at all. Thank goodness I pulled it out of the shed and tested it out, because when we turned it on, we had water leaking everywhere. We got busted plastic, you name it. We got issues on this thing. Nothing major. It's just basically plastic and stuff that's gotten brittle and dry rotted, just worn out. The sun is just eating it up, even though we keep it in a barn. I'll show you in a second when PA gets out of the way, because if I turned it on now, it'd spray, which I could, but I won't do it to him today. Let me show you what we got. I don't think that's ready to spray. We got one section that is not turning on, and it's that outside section, but I think it's got that little pin like this that pulls out up under there. That
pulls.
I think it pulls out that way, and then that whole cover will come up, I guess. These are your different sections. Got 5 of them. They cut off the different nozzles, and we got one of them that's not turning on, and we don't know why.
On either side of your orange charger here, the box.
Yes, sir.
Anyway, so I came over here, and the other charger, the battery was down to 9 volts. Not up to 12 volts. And of course, it's not clicking. But the other battery, the first one, it was up to 12.5. So
that's the electric fence they put up. Having issues. Both of them aren't working.
With that is it'll work. There's a blocking diode in there that will keep the thing from draining the battery, and if you don't use a charge controller,
alright, what we got is as you can see, this is dry rotted. There's that one. They basically all of them are, but I'm trying to figure out if this O-ring right here that comes in this elbow is the same as this one, so we get the right parts ordered. And also this section control T-jet, PA got it loose, and I'm gonna see what was not turning and why it wasn't turning, and do a little investigating on the section control. About to fall. Alright, right here is where the Raven controller was. And basically that is controlling a little valve down in there that's blocking the chemical from going, and then it's opening it up and letting the chemical go. And what I was doing to see if it was frozen up, see if I could turn it, which is hard to do holding a camera. Alright, I think that is on. So it's free enough where it will turn. So the next step, step 2, will be to hook this up to this wire right here, and do not mount it on this, and just leave it right here and see if this little yellow tab will turn free. And that'll tell me the electric motor in here, solenoid or whatever in this is working. Oh, it gets worse and worse. Cut the pump off. Number 4. When it rains, it pours.
You got it centered?
Alright, we got the picture taken of the sight gauges. Now we're going to run up there to Nutrien, see if we can get these ordered. We're going to go up there to make sure they get it ordered right. Look at it on the computer with them, basically. And whew, I am so glad I went ahead and pulled this thing out, because she is not ready to go. But we'll get it. And we need a new one of these. T-Jet section controls. Part list is getting bigger and bigger. Got the parts ordered from Nutrien. I think they'll be here Friday, and we think we got the right ones on order. So just got back here to the shop, and she is down for the count right now, but I thought I would just give you a little walk around while the tractor's not on and we're not doing stuff, and explain to you about the Unverferth a little bit, and tell you what I've got and tell you what model I've got, and things that I like about it and I don't like. It's first of all, it's the Unverferth Nutramax 1400. And that 1400 is 1400 gallon tank. They do make an 1800 gallon tank. I wasn't sure about the weight, how much weight was going to be on the tires when I bought it, so anyway, I went with the 1400, but now I know that it's pretty well balanced, so I could have gone with 1800 gallon. Should have got that next time. I added this inductor right here. This was not on there when I bought it the first year, and I ended up having to climb up top and pour in a ton of micronutrients. Lot of work, about slipping off that thing, about killing myself. So the next year I got the inductor, and anyway, it works great. It comes down and you can pour your jugs in just like on my Rogator, so that was a big plus when I added that. I built this ladder, welded it on. They had no way to get up top to, if you needed to get in top, to open up, look down and see if there was, you know, build up from chemical or stuff, or if trash is all down in there, or something plastic dropped down in there. There's no way to get up there, so welded a ladder, fixed that problem. And like I said earlier, these are the wide drops, 360 wide drops. This is a 12 row. This is a 40-foot wide boom. It comes in a 60 if you wanted it. This was plenty wide for me because it matched up with our 12 rows planter. So like when I'm doing end rows and stuff, you know, I'm taking 12 rows, and where the planter turned around and did 2 end rows, I turn around. Anyway, I match up with the planter everywhere it went. So that's why I like this. I have no need to go any wider, but you can. And anyway, like I said earlier, these wide drops, fertilizer comes out here. They had long hoses on them that drug back here. Didn't work for me, so mine just squared out right here. And I get about 3 to 4 inches from the row as by the time they hit the ground. That's about how far away they are, and they're pretty consistent. They don't move around much at all. Sometimes I had to add these little rubber hoses. I don't know, for some reason this row wasn't getting close enough, or either it was shooting too far, and I put those little rubber hoses on to make it kind of go to the ground quicker. And like I said, these They flex back. They have a magnet if you hit something. So they just basically, the 360 wide drops just came all this. All I had to do was bolt it on. Love it. Feel like I'm getting a lot more yield out of my corn and stuff since I've been running these, and I'm getting the fertilizer and the micronutrients on both sides of the road right beside it. And we'll take this thing through the corn. We'll make at least 3 passes, and we're splitting up the fertilizer into really 4 passes, but the last pass will be with the airplane. But so we're running this thing through the corn a lot, and putting different stuff in there that we need as we go. So anyway, that is it. That's the Nutramax Unverferth liquid applicator. But it's got a lot of problems right now. Nothing to do with Unverferth, just little wear and tear stuff that we're gonna get fixed. But that is it, and that's what PA is gonna be running this year. So we'll get him trained once we get it working, and we'll get it out in the field pretty quick. So anyway, thanks guys, hope you enjoyed the video. It was a lot of running around back and forth, but anyway, we got something done today, and it's beautiful. Warm weather, I'm in a t-shirt, you can't beat it. So thanks for watching guys, and give me a thumbs up if you liked the video, and there'll be more coming. See you on the next one.